Are Haitian children accepted in Dominican schools? Is the quality of education good in the Dominican Republic for the public schools?
In the United States, if you don't take your kids to school, then you can go to prison, right? And they can take you to court. You correct me.
Do they have AC in the classroom? No. Welcome to another episode of the Dominican News. Today, I want to talk to you about the education in the Dominican Republic. So here we have two types of education. We have the public education, the one that is provided by the government. According to our constitution, every Dominican person has the right to education, and it is free. You just go and you enroll your kid, of course, when he's the right age. And then you have the private education, the one that you have to pay. Now, we have multiple layers of private education in the Dominican Republic. We have the one that is for real wealthy people. We have, many bilingual schools here, that I will show you a couple of them that is not for the average, Dominican. That's too expensive for the average person.
The most unique aspect of the Ashton program is that we use U.S. and Dominican quality standards and resources while also integrating biblical principles and perspectives.
And then you have other private schools that are not too expensive. The person that has a job, will be able to afford it. We have very inexpensive private schools too. And then we have the public education, the one that most of the population go. The reason why some parents choose to send their children to the private education is because most private schools in the Dominican Republic, they offer, in their curriculum, they offer bilingual education. So, most parents want their kid to learn English at a very young age. And also private schools are generally less crowded, because in the public education, you will see sometimes a lot of students in one classroom. Question number one. Do Dominican kids have access to breakfast and lunch in schools? Yes. In the public system, yes. They give you breakfast and they give you lunch. In the breakfast, what they have is milk and sometimes bread. That's it. There's not too much variety. Basically, breakfast is every day the same thing, but always it has milk. The lunch, always rice. But the Dominicans eat rice every single day. So you're going to have rice. You're going to have, meat, mostly chicken, a little bit of salad and water. So how do the government make sure every community in the school have this lunch? Well, what the government does, the government hires, people with professional kitchens that are able to provide those food in their community. So let's say you're giving community A, the government is going to hire kitchens in those areas to make sure these communities have their lunch every day at 12 or 1. And then classes finish at 2 or 3 because now we have, extended, period of education. Before it used to be until 1, but now it's until 3. Do you guys have transportation? Yes, they have transportation. This has not been happening forever. This started about 3 years ago. They have like bus stops where the transportation picks them up. It's this yellow vehicle that you see here. Do they have AC in the classroom? No. Dominican kids don't have air conditioning in the classroom. No, absolutely no. You're going to have fans, the ones that are on the roof. That's it. No AC. You could see AC in the high level private education schools, but not in the public school. You will not see that. No AC. No AC. Oh, the only room with AC is the principal's office. The principal's office and the psychologist, she has an AC, but there's no AC here. Even though Dominican Republic is famous for baseball, the schools here, they don't have a baseball field. Why? Because baseball field, you need space, and you don't have that much space here to make that. Every school has a basketball court. Yes, that's every school must have that. A basketball court. Why? Because It is smaller. It is smaller, and you don't need too much space for that. We don't have a football field here. We don't have a swimming pool. None of that. What happens if a girl gets pregnant? Is she kicked out of school? No, she's not. She's going to continue to go to school. It is legal to kick her out. The school have to keep her. Is the quality of education good in the Dominican Republic for the public school? No, not really. No, it is not. I would say it is not. And in terms of statistics, it is not. Definitely not. How long school lasts? 12 years. So if you put together primary school, high school, kindergarten, and all of that, it's 12 years. So you should be finished with the high school by the age of 17 years old, because you might come to the DR and you will see some kids in the traffic light in the corner, either asking for money or selling something. And you say, oh, Dominican kids didn't go to school. No, Dominican kids go to school. You see some of them, families are, whatever the situation is, for some reason that kid is not going to school. But yes, the majority of the Dominican children, they go to school. It is free. If you're not in school, it's because your parents are irresponsible. Are Haitian children accepted in Dominican schools? Yes, they are. If somebody tells you that Haitian children are not accepted in a Dominican school, they're lying to you. They are lying. Because Dominican schools, in any school that you go, you will see many Haitian children, many Haitian kids in the education system here. Where do American children study in the Dominican Republic? You have a lot of Americans that they live here with their families, but none of these Americans study in the public education. Those go to a private school.
And they're excited to learn, whether it's math or science or language arts, but they're also learning them in English, and they're able to show that to the best of their ability.
The most unique aspect of the Ashton program is that we use U.S. and Dominican quality standards and resources.
We have a lot of Americans private school here, so that's where they go. Where English, many of these schools, English is the main language. Yeah, even though you are in the Dominican Republic, you have a lot of schools here that they only speak English, and they teach you Spanish as a secondary language. So that's where they study. Not because they're not accepted in the Dominican system. It's because it is a lot easier for an American to study in a school where English is the main language, obviously. But I know that in the States, as a kid, you have a lot of opportunities when it comes to sports, scholarships, etc. No, you don't have those chances here. Like, you're not going to go to the university just because you know how to play football. No. And if you want to play baseball, you have to go to a baseball league to practice baseball. You're not going to practice baseball in school here. And that's crazy. We have a lot of good baseball players here. You are not going to get a scholarship just because you play basketball. So through a sport, it's not happening. And I understand that you have a whole bunch of extracurricular, stuff that you can do in schools. Schools are huge in the United States. You have a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. So, in the Dominican Republic, it's limited. So there's no way to compare the U.S. system with ours. No way. I mean, I'm not even trying to compare it. I'm just trying to tell you what we have and what we don't have.
I almost forgot. There is another question that I've been asked by Americans, and it is that in the United States, if you don't take your kids to school, then you can go to prison, right? And they can take you to court. You correct me if I'm wrong. Well, that's not how it works in the DR. If you don't take your kid to school, what happens is that we have a department that is for children protection, right? I don't know how you call it in the States, but here we have a name in Spanish that I will just skip it because you might not understand it. But what happens is that this department is a government department. They're going to take your kids from you. If you aren't incapable to take your children to school, then the government will take it from you. but you're not going to go to prison. No, you're not going to prison. So that's all that's going to happen. Kids are going to be taken from you. Boom. They're going to be taken to a foster care here, which is it's not a good quality though. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, but no jail time. Parents are not going to go to prison for that.
Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for supporting me. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.